The Minecraft community mob vote has a problem, and it isn't the lack of great mob choices. This year we have the Tough Golem, the Rascal, and the Sniffer. They're different, they passed the Minecraft cuteness test, and let's face it, this has been a mandatory requirement imposed by the developers of late, and it doesn't take a lot of creativity to see how they could be implemented to link them to archaeology. Archaeology was deferred from Minecraft 1.18, and it seems almost a given that this, together with bundles, will return in Minecraft 1.20. The official announcement trailers have teased just enough about the mob choices to get us excited, and the community has positively responded with endless fan art, mods, and concept animations. Here is an interesting interpretation of the 3 mob choices in animation form by Shidia Studios on YouTube. Pretty cool animations, eh? Now you might be wondering, what problem did I allude to at the start of the video? Before we tackle answering this, let's go back in time and look at the past mob votes. The first community mob vote resulted in the Phantom being added to Minecraft. At the time of the vote, we knew the mob as the Monster of the Night Skies, a flying creature that sought out and attacked players who hadn't slept for 3 days. We were told they would spawn at high altitudes and would attack in groups. The eventual implementation of the Phantom provided us with a new item drop, the Phantom Membrane, which dropped when a phantom was killed by a player or cheekily dropped by a cat to reward a player. This item can be used to repair damaged elytras. Given the elytra is a late game feature, it is highly likely a player has already enchanted their elytra with mending, which arguably provides a better method of repairing it, and making the Phantom Membrane rather redundant. The second community mob vote had the glow squid as the winning mob. As part of the mob vote announcement, we were told the glow squid would spawn as a passive mob in dark bodies of water and would have an illuminating texture in the same way that the Enderman's eyes do. A new item drop was added as part of the mob implementation, the glow ink sac, which dropped when a glow squid died. This item would be used to create glowing text on signs and glowing item frames. While interesting, the glow ink sac wasn't exactly revolutionary. We were told the glow squid would be pretty similar to the squid that were already in Minecraft, and that is exactly what we got. The LA was the third and previous community mob vote winner. At the time of voting, we were told it was a small fairy-like mob that was able to collect similar items if it was already given an item, and they would return collected items to a player or note block. They would also dance when a jukebox was playing a record nearby. Again, this is exactly what we got when the mob was implemented. Later we received the ability to duplicate an LA with an amethyst shard, but this was more about managing the scarcity of how the mob spawns over a planned feature. Now what does this all mean? The details we're told about for a mob at the time of the mob vote have historically been feature complete. Sure, we've seen some texture, name and item drop changes, but we haven't seen the mob features and characteristics expanded in any meaningful way from the initial announcement. After the initial excitement of a new mob has faded away, we're left scratching our heads around how a new mob has improved gameplay depth or expanded the lore of the game. We've been left wanting more. Going back to the glow squid, the mob vote announcement did hint the potential for something mysterious.
Wow! What was I meant to say again? Vote for Minecraft?
Can't talk, must admire glow.
The hypnotizing capability was intriguing, and it provided mystery. Sadly, this wasn't explored further when the mob was eventually implemented, and it is here where the danger lies and why many of us end up feeling disappointed. What we've been told at the time of the mob vote has unfortunately been feature complete. With all of this in mind, let's take another look at this year's community mob vote choices. We've been told the rascal can be found within underground mines just below Y level 0. They won't lead players down into the deep dark, they're playful and helpful, they love to play hide and seek, and they provide hints as you search for them. When found 3 times, they will reward a player with a special prize which will help with mining. From what we can tell from the announcement trailer, the reward is likely to be an enchanted iron or stone pickaxe. We haven't been told if the tools could be equipped with a unique enchantment, or if a new unique tool or storage item could be provided as a reward, so we can't expect these could be a possibility. On face value, the reward from the rascal seems to only benefit the early game. The Tough Golem announcement stated the mob would be passive, and has both a roaming and statue state. In its statue state, they can hold and display any item we give it, and in its mob state, it will stroll around randomly and pick up whatever dropped item it comes across if it wasn't already holding an item. There is no mention that we can control when the mob switches between the mob and statue state, for example through the use of redstone, so we need to assume the player won't have this level of control. We're told we will need to craft the Tough Golem, similar to snow and iron golems, and we can change the appearance of the Tough Golem cloak if we include a wool block in its construction. We therefore know there are 16 different variances of the Tough Golem, each with a different coloured cloak, and perhaps a 17th variance if the default cloak colour doesn't match an existing wool colour. Finally, we have the Sniffer announcement, where we've been told it was once an extinct mob. It was known as a gentle giant having excellent horticultural skills. The eggs can be found in chests within underwater ruins, which can be hatched at the surface level. The Sniffer can locate once lost ancient seeds, which can be grown to create new unique plants. Note the mob vote announcement mentions seeds and plants, both plural, so this one mob will at least add 2 new plants to the game. The announcement video also depicts varying sizes of the Sniffer, suggesting a baby and adult variant. The adult could be considerably larger than the player, making it one of the largest mobs in the game. Based on what has been announced, and not speculated, there seems to be a clear winner in the preliminary vote so far. To buck this trend, I'd like to see the winning mob vote expanded in its implementation, so perhaps when we next get to vote, we can look forward to having some mystery and excitement around what a winning mob vote can add to the game beyond what was shared at the time of the mob vote announcement. Or better yet, have the developers capitalise on some of the ideas and concepts the community may think of off the back of the mob vote announcement. Who knows, maybe community feedback could be used to better expand the depth and usefulness of a winning mob.